So it's Tamil Nadu versus Telangana in the high-stakes vice presidential race. Why do we say that? Well, we've been reporting for you how the NDA had fielded seasoned politician CP Radhakrishnan. The opposition today made their announcement of who their VP candidate is. It's former Supreme Court Judge B Sudarshan Reddy, who hails from Telangana, erstwhile Andhra Pradesh. So it's not just a battle for the chair. You've got to battle over the numbers, over the narrative, over alliances, as well as identity. There's a lot at stake here for every party involved. Clearly, the numbers at this point are in favor of the NDA. But the attempt by the opposition here is to try and give a focus really to the Telugu parties in the NDA, the likes of the TDP, and question why they're not picking Sudarshan Reddy. We're going to be talking about that. Let's take a look at the detailed report first.
It is a war of a Telugu face versus a Tamil one in the vice presidential race. But this battle is more than just geography. Even as Prime Minister Modi called for consensus urging the opposition to back NDA's CP Radhakrishnan, the India bloc made its move. Fielding Justice Sudarshan Reddy, a former Supreme Court judge, now the face of a political challenge.
The opposition parties have nominated Sri B Sudarshan Reddy Garu as their joint candidate since he reflects fully and values that saved our country's freedom movement.
India Today broke the news first, and it was later confirmed by Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge, who called the vice presidential election an ideological battle.
This vice presidential contest is an ideological battle, and all the opposition party agreed on this. That's why we are contesting unitedly.
Justice Reddy, speaking exclusively to India Today, made a bold appeal to all parties, including the NDA, to back him.
India Alliance almost represent more than 60% of the population, notwithstanding their numbers in both the houses. So I consider myself as a candidate representing more than 60% of India's population.
Sources say the opposition's pick is no confidence. In fact, it is a well-thought-out gambit. A direct message to Andhra-based NDA allies, TDP, Jan Sena, even YSRCP and BRS. Why? Because the NDA's choice of Radhakrishnan from Tamil Nadu threw the DMK into a dilemma of its own on backing a Tamil face. But TDP remained unswayed, asserting it will back the NDA pick.
In the last 10 years in the NDA government, whichever development has happened, it has happened across the nation. It's not North India, South India, East or West. So that's how we look at it, and that's how we want development to happen. At the same time, representation to also happen.
YSRCP echoed the same sentiment, vowing supporting for the NDA candidate.
After discussing with our senior leaders, our party president has taken a decision. Now, since the election is inevitable, we will be supporting NDA candidate.
Here's the bottom line. Radhakrishnan has the numbers but limited national visibility, but he may tempt the Tamil Nadu parties to support him. Reddy has little political backing, but strong judicial background and strikes a chord with Telangana and Andhra parties. So now the big question. Will regional roots shake up political ranks? Or will this southern clash be decided by cold, hard numbers? The countdown to the vice presidential face-off for September 9th has begun. Bureau Report, India Today.
So whoever wins, you're going to have a South Indian face as the vice president of the country, considering it's CPR versus Sudarshan Reddy. Let me bring in Pramod Madhav. He's joining us live from Chennai. We'll also have Abdul Bashir joining us from Hyderabad in just a bit. Pramod, to you first. Everyone was talking about the catch-22 situation that the DMK finds itself in with the NDA picking someone from Tamil Nadu. There were questions about whether the opposition, therefore, would also pick someone from Tamil Nadu so that the DMK would have it easy. That's not the case. It's someone instead from Telangana, a Telugu face. In light of that, what does the DMK had to say, Pramod? What are they going with?
Well, Akshita, we can clearly say it's a pretty beautiful case of passing the buck, because when CPR was announced as the vice president candidate, it was quite a difficult situation in the state of Tamil Nadu, because he was a Tamil face, a known face, especially from Coimbatore. So he has done a lot for the party, and he is a person who's respected across the party forum. And DMK definitely were having some kind of issues. In fact, like through sources, we came to know that they had to field in two candidates from Tamil Nadu as their own, for one being Chichi Siva and the other one is Mailsami Annadurai. But later, what has happened right now is that now, like, even though the DMK is, in a way, our sources are very clearly saying that earlier they had to make a decision, but right now it looks that the united Andhra Pradesh has to take this difficult decision on their end. So now DMK very clearly mentions that for them CPR is nothing but a BJP man and RSS man, and they claim that it has nothing to do with Tamil pride, Akshita.
Okay, all right, Pramod, thanks very much for getting us those details. That's the latest really on what the DMK is planning to do going forward, saying very clearly that they will stand with the opposition VP candidate irrespective of the fact that the NDA has picked someone from Tamil Nadu. But let's also, in fact, get you a reaction that came in from the Telangana Chief Minister, Revant Reddy, on the fact that the opposition, including the Congress, of course, has pitched someone from his state, a Telugu bidda.
ये तेलंगाना किसान का लड़का उतना दूर पहुंच गए, आज इंडिया अलायंस जस्टिस सुदर्शन रेड्डी को अपने तरफ से उम्मीदवार बनाए। तेलंगाना की ओर से मेरा एक ही गुजारिश है, जस्टिस सुदर्शन रेड्डी नॉन पॉलिटिकल, नॉन कंट्रोवर्शियल एंड लीगल एक्सपर्ट, हम सब लोग उनको मदद देना, आने वाले चुनाव में उनको जिताने के लिए मैं गुजारिश कर रहा हूं।
All right, so you heard there from the Telangana Chief Minister, you have heard multiple such appeals going out from both sides, which is expected considering that they're looking at this as a matter of pride for their respective states, for their people. And so you've got the Telangana Chief Minister making a pitch for everyone to come together and back someone who's from Telangana, from erstwhile Andhra Pradesh. Let me open this up. Joining us here on Super 6 to kind of break down what each political party's stand is on this issue, we've got, in fact, Selam Dharnidharan of the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. We've got Rohan Gupta, national spokesperson of the BJP, also Brijesh Kalapa, spokesperson of the Congress, as well as Patabi Ram Kumar Reddy, national spokesperson of the TDP. So we'll be getting all of their voices really on what to expect really in the upcoming vice presidential elections, because it's getting interesting. You've got two South Indian faces essentially squaring off. There's a lot of messaging involved in that. But I'd like to begin essentially with Rohan Gupta on really what the BJP has to say. Rohan Gupta, there was a lot of talk that, look, the NDA chose someone like a CPR because not just, of course, that he is someone who's been from the RSS, but also because of the fact that he's a son of the soil from Tamil Nadu. The opposition now seems to have also played an Uno reverse on you, where they've gone ahead and chosen someone from Telangana. So there are questions being asked about the support that you will get from your Telugu allies.
I think everybody knows, as far as numbers are concerned, NDA is comfortably placed. See, issue is different. You know that all the everyday opposition parties are accusing constitutional institutions. So people, they will decide now that do they have any faith on constitution? Absolutely no faith. They are just making the baseless allegations, and every day they are getting exposed. So obviously this is a constitutional battle. BJP, NDA, they have given their candidate who has vast experience in the field of governance as a governor, and is a renowned person. So let the process go and decide the best person. But the point here is opposition parties who are just doing the politics in name of constitution, they are the biggest, they have become the biggest insulters as far as the constitution is concerned. So they need to reply to the country. Do they really have faith in constitution, or they are just using constitution for the political gains?
Brijesh Kalapa, your opening comments on what's playing out. Now the names are clear. We know it's CPR versus Sudarshan Reddy. Why Sudarshan Reddy? Why did the opposition go with him, Mr. Kalapa? Because inevitably the BJP, the NDA is alleging here that you're following their footsteps by choosing someone from the south.
See, I think the first thing is that did the country deserve this election? I think that's the important aspect that we all have to address. and address the people about. Was this election necessary? Where is Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar? Why is he not available in the public? Is he under house arrest? I think these are the important questions that the country must know. Why did Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar immediately resign? Who told him to resign? Was his resignation taken beforehand? These are questions which the country is asking. Where was the need for such a massive election in the first place? Because Mr. Dhankar had nearly 2 years to go. The point is, if somebody is speaking about constitutionality, we have never heard of a vice president of India being treated in this manner and sent home in this manner. I think this is the very important question. And alongside is the answer in the form of our candidate, who is a former judge of the Supreme Court of India, who has passed extraordinary judgments. The Salva Judum judgment, in which the state of Chhattisgarh had appointed a set of people to fight the Naxalites. I think that judgment itself tells what kind of a caliber Justice Sudarshan Reddy has. And I think it's very important for the country at this point in time to have somebody who is able to stand up to the fact that the Prime Minister or the Home Minister is evincing some kind of a control over them. And when we saw the presidential candidate of the BJP making a very obsequious reference to the Prime Minister or the Home Minister, I thought it was in bad taste. I think as far as the Vice President of India is concerned, even in terms of protocol, even otherwise, he's way above the Prime Minister. Therefore, I wish we had somebody who would stand up to people in authority, considering what happened to his predecessor. And this is something which I think we owe to the country, that we need to have.
No, what happened to the predecessor is something, of course, that's in the realm of speculation right now, Mr. Kalappa. But looking at the fact that you've now put up someone to take on a CPR, is this mere optics, or does the opposition actually have the numbers to see this through?
No, I think as far as the numbers are concerned, there have been several occasions when people who are expected to win an election have lost an election. When the electorate decides that I think it's time for us to reach out to our conscience and pick a candidate according to what our conscience dictates, I think there could be upsets, and we hope that there will be an upset. In fact, we are very confident that there will be an upset. And I think the way in which the previous vice president was treated, I think is a manner which is going to help us.
Okay, Seram Dhanidharan is also joining us on this broadcast, spokesperson of the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Dhanidharan, Vanakkam, thank you for joining us here on India Today. Look, the DMK, and there was a lot of talk yesterday that in light of the NDA choosing someone who's a son of the soil from Tamil Nadu, the DMK would push the opposition to also go ahead and choose someone from Tamil Nadu. Now, is the DMK in a catch-22 situation? Because if you're going to go ahead and choose who your bloc has put up, it's someone who is from erstwhile Andhra Pradesh, from Telangana, not from Tamil Nadu.
Yeah, I don't think it puts DMK in a spot of bother. Of course, we did give some suggestions, and we are a part of India Alliance. I think every other party that's a part of India Alliance must have given some suggestions, and we sat down, we discussed, and then we came up with a decision. So I think that is the strength of democracy, where parties representing different states and representing people from different culture, language, sit together and choose one specific candidate. I think that's what has happened. So there is no catch-22. See, what we want, what is the problem with the country is that people holding constitutional posts such as president, vice president, or even governors have been digressing from these constitutional norms and duties and are acting in a manner that which reduces the legitimacy of Indian democracy. We have seen how the Tamil Nadu governor has digressed from his constitutional duty and norms time and again. So what we need is a strong personality who would abide by his constitutional duties and follow constitutional norm and not act as a BJP's vice president and act as a country's vice president.
I also thought, Dhanidharan, that the DMK would make a pitch for a Tamilan to be the vice president.
See, I think this is nothing. This regionalism doesn't come in elections of such important posts such as vice president. We need someone who can take country to the greater heights. What is the problem now? Like, what are we seeing? We are seeing how the parliament is functioning. We are seeing how the election commission is functioning. So we need someone who can bring about legitimacy, who can act in a non-partisan manner. And he's anyways from a neighboring state to Tamil Nadu, erstwhile unified Andhra Pradesh.
But Mr.
So
Mr. Dravida, you have a candidate literally from your state. Forget neighboring state. But I'll bring in Pattabi Ram Komar Reddy, also national spokesperson of the TDP.
I want to add
okay, go ahead. Before I bring in the TDP, go ahead.
See, you're talking about an individual from Tamil Nadu, right? But the present RSS, he has been Maharashtra governor, and then he has said things such as, oh, this is not Tamil Nadu for you to go and beat up North Indians. He said this comment in Maharashtra. So that has brought disrepute to entire Tamils and Tamil people of Tamil Nadu, because that never happened. No North Indian worker in Tamil Nadu ever been attacked with a fake news, but he reiterated a fake news. And moreover, he's being part of RSS, an ideology for which we are against, and also the India bloc is against. So I don't think there is any reason why, because he's from Tamil Nadu, we should support him. He does not represent the 8.2 crore Tamil people. Will the Tamil people choose him? I don't think so. Right? If you have an election hypothetically in Tamil Nadu, and if you ask if you want him as a vice president, if you have a question mark,
he has been a member of parliament. He has been elected from Coimbatore before. But Mr. Dhanidharan, let me bring in the TDP. Please let me bring in the TDP. I'll come back to you. Komaredi Garu, your view on this. Yesterday the NDA was saying, how will the DMK choose? They have to choose someone who's a son of the soil. They have to choose someone who's a Tamilian because CPR has been named. The same question now the opposition is going to be asking the TDP, that when you have someone who is from erstwhile Andhra Pradesh, from Telangana, a Telugu bidda, essentially a son of the soil, how can you not pick him?
See, the NDA alliance had chosen CP Radhakrishnan ji as the vice presidential candidate few days ago after proper consultations with all the NDA alliance partners, including the Telugu Desam Party. Our leader, Shri Nara Chandrababu Naidu ji, had committed his support to CP Radhakrishnan ji when the BJP top leadership spoke with him. So it was a unanimous decision taken by all the NDA partners. So now we are no way changing our stand. We are completely standing behind CP Radhakrishnan ji because it was
why not, sir? Why aren't you changing your stand? Now in the last few hours there have been a lot of changes.
No, we Telugu Desam Party had clearly stated that we have committed our support to CP Radhakrishnan ji, and there is no question now of changing our stand because it was a unanimous decision taken by all the NDA partners. Our National General Secretary Shri Nara Lokesh had met Nadda ji yesterday and again reiterated our party support. Today, our Cabinet Minister Ram Mohan Naidu ji and our Parliamentary Party Leader Sri Krishna Devarayala ji also met CP Radhakrishnan ji. So, once we have committed our support to CP Radhakrishnan ji, there is no question of we changing our stand now. And I can very confidently say that it is a foregone conclusion now. The opposition has all liberty to put up their candidate. We are not against it. We are in a democracy. They can fight the election, but the numbers are not in their favor.
No,
so
fair
it is
enough.
A foregone conclusion that the next vice president will be CP Radhakrishnan.
But my takeaway, sir, my takeaway from what you're telling us is essentially the reason you're sticking to CPR is because the TDP gave their word. No other reason. That the fact that there's an opportunity here for someone who is from your state, from your land, becoming the vice president doesn't matter. It's not a matter of pride.
I'll give you one example. When late Shri P.V. Narasimha ji had the opportunity of becoming the Prime Minister, and after he became Prime Minister and after he was supposed to fight a by-election from Nandyal in Andhra Pradesh, he was a Congress candidate. The Telugu Desam Party then withdrew candidature in that election. We ensured that P.V. Narasimha ji wins the election with a landslide margin of 5.5 lakh votes because he was a Telugu person. So, we know how to respect our people, but in this scenario, in the current scenario, we have already
Komaredi Garu, just give me a moment. We're going to cut across live now. Sudarshan Reddy currently speaking.
Political parties as such do not vote in the elections. It is the honourable members of the parliament who participate in the elections. Therefore, as a candidate I would humbly request and appeal to all the parliamentarians, irrespective of the party affiliations, to support my candidature.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, a brief message there from Sudarshan Reddy, the opposition bloc's VP candidate, where he's essentially said that, look, nobody votes along party lines in a vice president election. These are members of parliament who are going ahead and voting. And so he's appealing for more support also to come in for him. This is, I'm sure, Komareddy Garu, a moment of pride for the TDP, for the Telugu Desam Party that was built to the plank of Telugu pride, that you've got Sudarshan Reddy Garu now in Delhi also to fight a vice president election.
See, the pride of Telugu people today, I am clearly stating on behalf of Telugu Desam Party, lies in the manner, the central government and the union government, the NDA government at the center is supporting our state. It is not just people. Look at the actions of the NDA government. In the past 1 year, we have received funds for our Polavaram project. The pride of our state, Vizag Steel Plant, had received funds. The pride of our state, Polavaram, had received funds. The pride of Telugu people, the new capital of Amaravati, had received funds from the union government. So the pride of
point
Telugu
taken,
people
point
doesn't
taken.
lie in
Rohan
one
Gupta,
individual.
the question that
It
inevitably
lies in
comes
the
up is with the
action
announcement that was
of the
made by
union
Mr.
government
Kharge
also.
today. Sure, sir, sure. Mr. Rohan Gupta, with the announcement that was made by Mr. Kharge today, has the NDA, in a sense, been checkmated at their own game with this kind of an announcement being made that, look, we will choose someone from Telangana who will then go ahead and raise a big question mark on Telugu parties in the NDA, giving support to someone from Tamil Nadu instead?
See, I think these kind of appeals are not going to work. It's at the end of the day, the number game. And as far as the number game is concerned, NDA is much ahead. So maybe it's always like a moral fight for the opposition parties. But again, I'm coming to the basic point. They are talking about constitutional and constitutional fight. But do they really respect the constitution? No. The answer is complete no. They always find the reasons how to get into friction with the government, how to find out the points which don't exist on ground. But yeah, that's the kind of negative politics they are doing, and that's why people are not accepting it. So I think as far as number is concerned, NDA is going to score much more than the comfortable of what we have. And maybe it is just a moral or a moral fight for the opposition parties, not more than that.
Final word from Dharnidharan. You've heard from the BJP there, Dharnidharan, when he says that, look, it's clear at this point that the NDA has the numbers. In such a scenario, if CPR wins, is that something the DMK will welcome, the fact that you have someone from Tamil Nadu becoming the vice president? Politics aside.
See, I think I was trying to say something. I was trying to say something was interjected, right? DMK as a party, or my parliamentarians or my MLAs represent the people. So do people want CP Radhakrishnan in their respective constituencies? We think not. And that is why we are going to support the India's candidate. And second question is for Telugu Desam Party. I think people of Andhra Pradesh would want to support the India's candidate. Because TDP now in alliance are getting some money, they're going to go ahead with CP Radhakrishnan.
I don't think the DMK today is in a situation where you can raise these questions, because the same question will be asked back to you about the fact that you're in a similar predicament as the TDP right now, as far as this vice president election is concerned. But I've run out of time. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me here on Super 6. Thank you. Mr. Dharnidharan, I'm sorry. My apologies. I have no time. But what we're essentially seeing is that, as far as this vice president election is concerned, it's interesting because you've got Telugu pride versus Tamil pride. And if you've tracked politics in Tamil Nadu, or for that matter in Telangana, Andhra, you know that's a huge, huge factor and a big deal, especially in politics. That's all we have time for in this edition of Super 6.